There we go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everything is working. Let me get back into the game. Yep. Hello, there we are. Hello. We were doing this thing last time. We were doing advancements for the old achievement called... I can't even remember anymore, but now it's called You're a Wizard, Steve. We tried to get the player name instead of Steve. It didn't work. But still a cool one. Let me answer some of the things. Let me say thank you to Peppo24 who followed during the intro. Are you a Minecraft dev? Yes, I am. I'm technical lead for the Java game team. By the way, I'm confused. Will the Nether update be 1.15 or 1.16? What MM2PL said there is correct. 1.15 is the bees and bugs, and 1.16 is the Nether update. I want to continue with this today. We have this far. Basically, we did a Minecraft tree that is remade that includes all the tutorial bits, so they aren't sort of super special things that pop up and annoy you anymore. They're just advancements like everything else. Like, this is just my take on it. It's not a official thing or anything. It's just my take on how I like advancements to be. And that leads into the Iron Age, which is this bunch of stuff, which, you know, a bunch of nice things. Crafting an anvil, 19 shining armors, making a full set of iron armor, because the default one is basically this one. Ironing clothes. We renamed it too. It's one piece of iron armor. And then blue shiny rocks is like a diamond level thing. Good day, JSG. And that is basically the same with iron armor. All of the not iron, diamond. Diamond armor, the diamond tools, and then the mine and precious leads into... All of these are super punny, by the way. That leads into the thing that we did last time, which is identifying that you enchanted an item at the maximum strength enchanting table. Truth be told, it also has to be a level 3 enchant, so it has to be you spend 3 levels at a maximum strength enchanting table. I don't know if we should change the description, it's kind of clear enough. What data pack am I making? This is a working title is Lime's advancement pack. It's basically a pack of advancements, how I think advancements should be in the game. And the sort of guiding idea is that we're making something that is more similar to the quest book that you'll find in mod packs and stuff. Tier 3 level 30 enchant. Yeah, pretty much. So let me show you. This is my to-do file, except I named it Toto instead of to-do. But this is toto.txt. Stream title should have been Advancing the Advancement Pack. Well, last week it was Advanced Advancements or something. I didn't want it to be too similar. But basically, these are the sort of to-do things, things that we wrote down last week from people's suggestions and from my own ideas. And basically, you want these sections. So we're gonna have a whole ton more sections than the default pack, but I also want to split it up more, and these are specific advancements we want to add. So I'll probably just pick a good section and work on it today. I think, well, if we go back here, I think this one is pretty much done. I don't know if there's anything else that's kind of diamond thingy. Like this one is good. This one leads into that. Is there something we could make onto a shovel, or is there something we could put onto an axe? Is the question. Because those two it would be cool to have more for those, but I don't know what that would be. So yeah. Also, what Fabian says is correct. It's not necessarily level 30. Jukebox. One thing I thought about was having under collector, having like a jukebox in all of the discs. Has a sort of music thing, so maybe we'll put that there instead, or we could put it here and have it only the discs and collector. But I think it's nicer to have kind of, I don't know, all of the music things in one place. Not craft a jukebox, play music in the jukebox. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Alright, but maybe we'll pick one. I guess we should move on to Nether and End and stuff, because they contain a lot of the vanilla ones. Oh right, I forgot. The pack still spams errors for the removal of our... If you want an advancement related to lapis, call it Fool's Diamond. Maybe. We should have one though. Shear all possible wool colors. I don't know if we could do that. Can we detect shearing a certain type of sheep? I don't know. I mean, we could definitely have a pick up all colors of wool one, but that's not... It's not too interesting. I think, like, one of the things in Collector is going to be get all of the dice. So I think that sort of suits that one. Let's see. So, craft a book and quill. I don't know what it is. I don't know where that would be. There's a scoreboard for item use. Cheers. There's definitely an advancement trigger for used item, but the question is, can we identify that you used it on a sheep that is a certain color? I don't know that one. I don't know where to put craft a book and quill. It's kind of an oddity in terms of sections. Maybe it's just Minecraft, but I don't know. Doesn't seem to fit any. Covered in carrot, that would go into the gold section. This is probably a gold thing. You could use ray tracing again, that's true. Bit annoying though. Rock out all the stones is a collector one. This I think is probably a redstone one. This is a collector one for certain. And this goes into Minecraft, doesn't it? Cave, go caving, kind of here. Should probably have. Where do we put that? Like if you craft before you bind. Or do we... One thing we could do is we could change fighting to adventuring, and then that would have all the weapon ones. It would have adventure time. It would have find a cave. We can even open it on finding a cave. So you could have an early one here inside of the Minecraft one that's like go find a cave, and then when you find a cave, I guess there's nothing telling that you won't make a weapon before you find a cave. Tricky, tricky, tricky. I mean, there's nothing stopping you from just walking into a cave the first thing you do. Really. So that kind of has to be here. I remember us talking about doing something like this again for something, where we detect something and then open up a thing. I can't remember. Because we open up this from being low enough, I think. It kind of has to go here, doesn't it? And maybe it even has to go here. The problem... let me switch you here so you see what I'm saying. The problem is... if I put it here, right, it's kind of right next to getting wood, because the only thing you see at the start is getting wood, and this thing is hidden. So if the only things you see are getting wood and go caving, then those two seem to be equally important, which is probably a bad thing if you're a new player. So, but maybe there's... The other thing is we could have it hidden until we could have a hidden thing where it doesn't show until you do something else. We could even have this thing, craft before you mine, open up something here. I'm not so into advancement, but healing a zombie villager would be cool. Isn't there a default one for that? Data back. Disable Lamb's investment pack. That would be... No, this is just trade with a villager. Zombie doctor. That's right. Where's that? That would be under just Minecraft? Or is it? It can't be here. Let's see. Advancement grant me from Minecraft what are these called? It's not called Adventure. I can't remember. Why can I never remember this? It's not recipes. In the Nether tab? Story. Thank you. Cure zombie villager. So that's the one. But let's give ourselves everything if that excuse the annoying thing. That makes no sense. Some of these advancements just... What is this? There's no reason you have to do this order. So this definitely goes, like, we really want to keep this. I want to keep as many of the default advancements as possible. There's one exception, and this is just one I want to change. And that, by the way, is this thing, which I hate. Hate is a very strong word. I dislike advancements and achievements and thing. Where you're teaching something bad. You're basically rewarding something that you shouldn't be doing. So, using a totem of undying basically means that you're dying. Except you had this item, magical item, that meant you didn't die, so you used up that instead. But it does, you usually need blaze rods for brewing. Well... You need a weakness potion. That's, well, you don't. You kind of do, but you kind of don't. I suppose. But so that was never really a thing because you could use a witch too. But I guess like you don't need a brewing. Like you don't need a blaze rod for a brewing stand, but you do need a blaze powder for the powering it. So, but the witch thing is, regardless, it doesn't matter for us because we're moving this. This goes in the village section, so like that doesn't matter. And this goes in the end section, so that doesn't matter either. So maybe what we just should be doing is we should... I checked all of these ways before for Sky Chest, but didn't have it all in mind anymore. I missed the context now. Many other ways. I checked before, there's no other way. What is this referring to? Igloo. Oh, right, because that gives you the weakness potion, right? What is... okay. Ooh. Yeah, so this makes absolutely no sense anymore then. But that doesn't matter, we'll move it. Let's see, we have this, we have this, we have these. So not today, thank you, would go under the fighting, whichever that is, if that's adventure or fighting. Whoa, flies. Okay, so that we have all of these basically. Husbandry is an interesting one. We kind of do want something to do with these, but these are just such a random collection of things. It's like anything related to an animal, basically. I think maybe we'll have a stab at the Nether. Bring summer clothes. Hey, Jesper. And this, this is definitely a challenge one, it doesn't belong in the Nether, neither does this, really. Like, yes, it follows of this, but it really has no business being here. I think what we'll do is we'll have a bunch of things that can just open up the challenges one. But really, also, we have the whole thing that we had before, like the whole old advancement tree, which had a bunch of things that we don't have anymore. Oh, that's an interesting one. There was this, like, ride a pig off, like, when pigs can fly achievement. That was a fun one. That has disappeared, right? That's no longer in here. That's sad. I like that. Alright, return to sender. Uneasy alliance. This one is a super weird one, but yeah, okay. Alright, so let's do this. Nether. We want into the Nether. Gotta go deeper or whatever. Then we have subspace bubble. Return to sender. An EC alliance. I don't get why that is called that, but whatever. Terrible fortress. And that leads to into fire. We should make these like, okay. So all of these are under there. Uneasy alliance is after there. I guess. Sure. You could get a terrible fortress without entering the fortress. You could get into fire without entering the fortress because the blaze could fly out. But I don't think we're going to care too much about that. And brewery, even if it does require the Nether, it really isn't related to the Nether. So I don't want to have it there, actually. So this also goes spooky, scary skeleton. Is it skeleton or skeletons? I don't know. Skeleton. Withering height. Honestly, that's kind of more of a challenge one. Let's. So the wither one is there. Beacon. Full beacon. Actually, all the beacon. Because it would be cool to have one with like all of the beacon effects. That's max. Ah. Okay, and here a furious cocktail, and how did we get here? So those two are challenges. I have some ocean-related advancements you could add. Well, hit me up. The more I research what advancement can do, the more ideas I get for an evil advancement pack. For example, you could give a player nausea whenever they use renamed shears, or slowness when they get hit by a skeleton with a flame bow, or anything random that nobody expects. Uneasy Alliance doesn't need to fall or return to sender. That is true. That is true. Something I don't want is to end up with too many, like, too wide of a tree, if you understand what I mean. A beating heart. Let's, okay. Ocean. A beating heart. So that's basically heart of the sea. You can do it. Nice. And then full conduit. I don't think I want to take the names. I just want to activate the conduit. Okay. I don't know if we need. Do we need one in between here that's like conduit on and then a full one? Because I mean, maybe a full one doesn't matter. Bringing home the beacon, that's kind of here. Alright. Well, there are plenty of ocean ones that are kind of cool, actually. Is it possible to add custom generated structures with a data pack? Not currently. Well, I mean, yes, but not through the jigsaw system. You can add structures. So you can use structure blocks. You could make a function-based system to generate them, but you can't use the jigsaw system currently. All right. Any of the other things here? Okay. Will the ability to add structures be added eventually? I mean, there's many things that we want to add, but I wasn't able to track with advancement triggers whether you had a conduit at full power. We probably could. Probably could. It would require some block scanning and stuff, but we probably could. You'd have to detect when you place one of the blocks involved. Check if you have the effect, and in that case, run the entire function to scan and find the conduit. Like, it's a little bit like we did with this thing. Like, we find the block, from that we can figure out if there's a conduit nearby, and from that we can figure out if it's full power. So it would run a bunch of commands, but it's possible for sure. Let's see. What else can we do in terms of Nether? Because that's the one we're going to start on. So into the Nether is currently here. So this is basically actually called we need to go deeper in the Nether. I think we want on first. So we activate the thing when you let me show you here actually. In here, let's activate the pack again. Oh, it took a while. Give me all the things. Tutorial root. You can also override vanilla structure files, so you can change how the end city pieces look like, but you cannot change how the structure pieces are laid out. Yeah, I mean that goes for at least the end cities. I don't know if the villages, because the villages contain the actual jigsaw blocks, then maybe, but like it's not really well supported at this point. What was the okay? So was it called diamonds? It was not called. What was it? Precious. Root. Sorry, excuse me. Da da da. Okay, we're done. Another thing you could do, add a secret advancement that tracks if you've discovered all the 14 dungeons. There's 15, but I wouldn't count a buried treasure as a dungeon. Yeah, finding all types of structures would be cool. That's a collection one, though. Let's oh god, that's messy. Let's write that down, though. Or maybe it's a challenge or adventure. Ah! Okay. Villages do include the jigsaw blocks, but I think the jigsaw pieces refer to something hard-coded. That's correct, but you can change their locations, was my point. Like, so it's not really supported, but you can still you can modify some parts of it. Okay. Anyway, what I was saying is this: when you get Ice Bucket Challenge, so you get an obsidian block, or we should have something in here about crafting in the Iron Age, about crafting a flint and iron, I suppose, because flint and steel makes no sense, but sure. How about finding all the biomes? Yeah, that will exist, and that's adventure time. We're just gonna move it from the vanilla place. But if we have a flint and steel one here, buzz. Hey, that's also a vanilla one. What? I need to... have all of these open. Is that in the default? No, I mean there's a one that has the flint and steel as the icon. We need to go deeper, and it's actually not for doing that. But yeah. So what I'm thinking is, we would have a flint and steel one here. We would have this one here, and if you get either of them, we open up the Nether tab. Which this needs to go away. There was a suggestion somewhere. Somebody told me how to get rid of them without spamming everything, but I lost it. Because it was a while back and I didn't have time to work on it. Dang it. I lost it, so if somebody has it, then please let me know again. Sorry. Anyway, we do need to get rid of this one. Which specifically is this one. Which would be advancements. Devoke me only Minecraft : Nether root. Yeah. So Nether root needs to go away. I thought I removed all of them, but apparently I didn't. Let's see. I suppose I removed at least my pack advancements. No. Wait. Okay, here. Okay, Minecraft advancements, because it's the default one. Nether. Here's the root one. So it has to have a bunch of things, right? It has to have stuff. I can't remember. But I guess we just set this to hidden. And we set the criteria to impossible. Possible. With no conditions. And to set impossible as required. And I think that would mean that it disappears. Reloading game. And now I'll still have it, but... Oh yeah, look at that. That's very broken. But if I do advancements, revoke from Minecraft called Nether root. So the problem is that will pop up on any of the other ones. Pops up too, I believe. Okay. Anyway, onwards. So we need to make our own. This one is... Okay, yeah, we need just another root thing. Okay. Hold up. Are my notifications broken today? Where are the... Hello, there we go. It's the notifications part on the stream are broken. Like, there was a follow during the intro and it's gone. It's really, I don't know. That's weird. Okay, anyway. Let's start off with, I'm gonna go into my pack, into advancements, and just pick one. I guess we can take the diamond root one. And then we're gonna resave this as the root for a new section, which is gonna be Nether. Root. And so the item for this, I'm just looking through Xbox achievements and there's such one with trading for 1,000 emeralds. Yeah, I mean that could be a collector or challenge thing for this pack. Could be. I'm not necessarily saying that it will be, but it could be. Like, I'm interested in taking as many of those as possible. So this has the obsidian and the obsidian backdrop. So we don't want to reuse those. I need a background for the nether one. Probably netherrack, to be completely honest. It's not the most pretty one, but... Wait. No. Did you know the I believe I can fly? Yes, I did. I have that somewhere, I think. Don't I? Let me find my Toto file again. I don't think so. Why? Cool, now we have it. Ooh. There's a song by Meatloaf, right? Bat Out of Hell. I'm thinking maybe we should have a Bat Out of Hell Bat Out of Hell advancement for bringing a bat to the Nether. I guess it would become killing a bat in the Nether, just like the Uneasy Alliance thing is killing killing a ghast in the overworld. What's our icon for the Nether? Is that Netherrack too? Maybe it's Netherrack. Whoa. Broken. Garbage. It's not going to be called Blue Shiny Rocks. It's going to be called the Nether, I suppose. And the vanilla one had something like bring summer clothes. I don't want to do that. Do all the different villagers' trades, yeah? I mean, what would that mean? Which ones are counted as different? I could see trade with each profession at max level or something like that. As a challenge. Let's maybe write that down. Holy smokes. There's so many. But this could be village one, to be honest. Maybe. I can't type today. Villager profession at max XP. Because trading, like, all trades is, like, what does that mean? Because there are, like, hundreds and hundreds of trades of different items. And, like, all the... Sorry, snagged on my cables. So I don't think there's a good distinction there that I want to use. Because it's not clear to the player, like, why tipped arrows are the same despite being different trades. Because technicalities, really. Anyway, let's... Grant, slicedlime. Ooh, wow. That was weird. Nether root. The Nether. I mean, this kind of looks weird, but I think it's okay. Behavior packs need to come to Java. Well, data packs are the behavior packs of Java, and you're never going to get exactly the same because the game isn't implemented the same. I personally do not want behavior packs exactly the way they are because the behavior system for Bedrock is not the greatest. Unrelated. Yesterday during the Minecon stream, Lydia asked Jeb when the Nether update would come out, and Jeb answered saying, "It's the next update." That was poorly worded. It's the next one after 1.15. 1.15 is the bees and the bugs thing. It's the next major themed update after the one we are already working right now. Alright, so I think this will remain impossible. We need a good description. I'm thinking something like... welcome to the warm place. I'm in the wrong view. There are a number of things during Minecon that was a little unclear. People have been asking about a few things, including whether zombified pigmen are going to be removed, and which version is which, and the answers to those are no, and 1.16 is the Nether update. Prepare your sunglasses. A whole another dimension. A brand new world would be an interesting one to have. But maybe we'll do that for the end. Alright, so the Nether. We need to grant this from... Oh god. The worst part about working with this data pack is I have hundreds of files open. I'm not even exaggerating right now. It's so many. So Obsidian, which is this one, needs a reward, right? And I can't remember the syntax of these. This is a hotspot? Ooh. The problem is, well, this, okay. So this doesn't show the description, it only shows the name. So this apparently. Why? Okay, one thing at a time. Isn't it rewards? It might be. I need to look it up. Actually, we did one before, so we can look at that one. This item enchanted thing has reward, which is rewards. That's right. Actually, we were doing these in the tick functions. I don't know why though. Where did that go? Obsidian, where you go? Oh my lord, I can't find anything anymore. To the nether, and then when you're in there you will get... Ooh, this is a hotspot. Where did they end up now? Oh, in the Minecraft section, not my own section. Advancements, precious, obsidian. Okay, let's do it the same way for each, so let's remove these. And we can do it in the tick function. I don't think it's too expensive. So we're going into the functions, tick function, and we're basically doing one of these. So, oh wait, oh no. Okay, here's my problem. These other ones are whenever you have both the furnace and the stone pickaxe, then we give you Iron Age. Whenever you have an have the iron pickaxe one and you're at low level, level wise, then we give you the precious one. But now I kind of want to give you access to this with either obsidian or flint and steel. Hey, Mince. Because you don't necessarily need obsidian to make a portal. You can make a portal by just the bucket method, right? A little more esoteric, I guess. You can make a portal without flint and steel by setting fire to things. It usually doesn't make sense unless you get stuck in another. But you can just get something... You can make sure something gets set fire to within there. So I kind of don't want to require those. So I think we'll do... what? Okay. Dang. This one is the duplicate. Okay. We'll remove that. We'll actually go with the thing I just was talking about. So in the obsidian one, what are the rewards that you can give? Is there a list? Yeah. You can unlock recipes, you can give loot, you can give experience, or you can run a function. Okay, so we cannot... Okay, well, we'll have to run a function then. It's not much for it, but that function can be very simple. Rewards is a structure, and within it we are going to have function lap colon or loot table, yeah. That's... Well, I mean, you can do anything through functions, so it's fine. Open Nether, I guess. And we'll make that function here. I'm just gonna save it. Functions open underscore nether.mc function grant ASD nether root advancement. So this is basically going to be advancement grant as actually as with the additional... Do we have to do this? I think we have to do this. Advancements, right? Yeah. Hello, girl. Cat meowing on stream. Lap colon nether nether/root equals false, right? But how does this... Do you write them like this? I can't remember. We had them in the other one. I can't even see which files I'm switching to anymore. Let's try it in game, I suppose. Okay. Lab nether/root. So that no player, but if I do this as true. Okay, yeah, that errors, so. But it's correct. So we can go back here. Lab nether/root. Okay. So we can run this function from both of those advancements as a reward, and it will give you that additional advancement. So I guess that should pop up in chat and all kinds of things then. Oh no. This is the obsidian one? Yeah, okay, cool. And so in here, announce to chat, show toast for sure. Maybe not announce to chat. Which two advancements are those? Those are the obsidian one and a new one for getting flint and steel, which we're gonna add in a second here. Let's do that right now, actually. Oh, wait. Oh god, this is the vanilla one, so this is not the one we want to be looking at. Tricky! Okay. Let me look at my own one. This is the one. Let me move that over so I can find it again. That did not do what I wanted to. But okay, whatever. Show toast true, announce to chat false, hidden tree. That's probably actually what I did once, so that's cool. Alright. So the other one we want is inside of Iron Age. We want something. Let's maybe take. Okay. Bucket would be a good one, because we want something very similar to the bucket. So when you've smelted iron, this one opens up, which is a flint. Let's call this. Yeah. What do we call this? Need a good. Announce, show, yeah. Inventory changed with the flint and steel. Let's make that the name of the thing. Set that as the requirement. Whoops. And add a single rewards, which is a function, which is lap : open nether. Okay, and then we just need a craft a steel to make fire with. I don't know. Is that good? Maybe that's good. Let's see how it looks in game. It doesn't look at all because I've messed something up. No, because I've been stupid. And I saved that as bucket. So I overwrote the bucket one. GG. Alright, let's see. Let's just back up. Yay for undo. And now we're going to overwrite the bucket one. We didn't light the fire. Under iron. Okay, so that's there. This is a bit sad that they lay out like this, but there's not much we can do about it. I think that's fine. Okay. So we need to get rid of some of these. Let's clear our inventory first. And advancement revoke. Only lap colon nether root. And then precious lap colon precious obsidian. And that should mean we don't have obsidian now. We don't have the flint and steel one. So when we get either, we should now get the Nether tab opened up. So if I do this, I get the acquire hardware one. And that then is what leads into this. And so you grab a flint and steel. Stuff doesn't work. Cool. Ooh. We did get the... Why didn't it... Did it show up and I didn't see it? Maybe, and that's... That's potentially an indication. It did show the toast. I think that's maybe an indication that we should also put it in chat. Okay, cool. But at least that worked. And then the other one would be obsidian. That also gives you the nether. Excuse me. Now that I'm seeing it though, I think possibly we should just put it in chat too. It really is weird to show it in chat though, because it says the nether, and it just like it opens up. I mean, we might have to have a question mark there. Because otherwise it says that you kind of got to the nether already. It says that slicedlime has achieved the advancement, has made the advancement the nether, but all you've really done is opened up the nether quest line. Shouldn't it only unlock when you got both? No, because you can very much get to the nether without ever having an obsidian block in your inventory. That was the point. That's why I made it that way. So I think I'm pretty happy with how it does the unlocking thing now, but I kinda sorta want... I lost track of the root one again. It's impossible to keep track of these things. I kinda think we should announce these to chat, but I don't know. We don't announce the other ones to chat, I don't think. So, like, precious, for instance, let's check that. Here's the root of the precious one. Blue shiny rocks, we don't announce to chat, but we do show the toast. I think we'll just have to live with some of the limitations of the advancement system. Alright. So the nether leads into the next one. It excuse me, needs to be make a nether portal. Because we're trying to teach you how to do things, right? And I have no idea how to do this, but we'll figure that out. Oop, let's not do it from scratch. Let's start with something else. I guess we could just detect that you're standing inside of another portal block. Because otherwise, let's say that you build a frame with the bucket method, and then you light it by... I guess you could fake it by tell raw only to the player who got the advancement as the function award. Yeah. Maybe we should do that. That's a nice one, actually. actually. So let's go back to open Nether. And we need to do this first, because otherwise it's gonna... Because then we can change the message, right? So what we're gonna say is, instead of that, we're gonna say something like, I guess we can do translate on this too. We're gonna have to do this though. A new quest line is now available. I'm actually gonna do this and split it into two. So that if somebody does translate this, they only have to translate the piece, that first piece once. The Nether. Okay, cool. Let's find out how that looks in game before we replicate it to all the other ones. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And grab a thing. Actually, let's clear the chat. Grab a flint and steel. Ooh, can we link to an advancement in... I kind of want the over... I kind of want it to look like this. That's an interesting one. We should be able to, right? Raw JSON text. Can you not? I thought you could, but maybe you can't. I mean, I suppose that we could fake it by just putting the right hover thing in there. But that's no fun. You can do show item, you can do show entity, but not like show advancement. Okay, well, I guess we'll live with that. We can just maybe highlight it or something. Don't know. Ah! Okay, maybe we'll just fake it. So it's like this, right? Oh no, it's even worse. Because these, the brackets, are not part of the thing. Oh no, this is horrible. This is gonna be the worst. I don't want to mess with it that way. We'll move these out. And we'll just color the screen. And call it good. Let's do that again. Okay, that looks better. And like, you can't hover this now, but that's honestly that doesn't say that much anyway. So that shows you a quest line. Cool. And now we are going to do that for all of the other ones too. And I think those are all managed through the tick function, so that should be pretty easy. Be hungry. How's that look? Be hungry is announced to chat currently. So we'll remove that. And we'll just replace it with a new quest is now available. Hungry. And it's gonna have the exact same thing as this. So anybody who's about to get that, you should split these up. And then this is Iron Age. Quest line is now available. Iron Age question mark. And that also needs to we need to make sure that that doesn't announce to chat. So Iron Age root does not announce to chat. Cool. Let's go back to the tick function. And then this is blue shiny rocks or whatever. And then copy paste this thing, because copy paste is great. Also, we need to copy this big chunk of selector and replace it there. And now we need to copy this big chunk of selector and place it here. Interesting music all of a sudden. Okay, so blue shiny rocks. We apparently lost the entire actual Teleraw. Okay, any quest line is now available, and it's called blue shiny rocks, right? Huh? Oh god, those. What was up with those leashes? I don't know if you saw that on the tiny display, but the leashes were like showing transparently through his hand and like off to very far away. Huh? Okay, cool. Anyway, we wanted to check the blue shiny rocks question mark. Cool. And then one more I'm gonna do now actually is because of the scenario I talked about before. The Nether. Let's assume that you are in the Nether as a NBT equals dimension. Oh, I need an object here, and the dimension is -1. Then, and also advancements equals lap colon nether, I think nether root equals false. So if you're in the Nether, then run function lap colon open nether. And that will do both the message and the advancement grant. So if you're entering the Nether, but you've never gotten obsidian and you also have never had flint and steel, then you should still open that quest line. So let's reload. Let's get rid of the flint and steel. Let's get rid of that advancement. Let's get rid of the Nether advancement. Let's just teleport myself to the Nether. Execute in the Nether. Let me show you this instead. Run. Teleport myself to where the heck ever. A new quest line is now available. The Nether. Nice. Let's get ourselves back to the overworld. Whee! Cool. So now all of those things work. Should we test the other ones? I don't think we need to test the other ones. They're pretty easy commands. So I think we'll let it be. God, the spam. Oops. The spam in the chat is amazing. Okay, so now all of that work done later, we have something that actually opens the Nether. Now we need a thing that detects whether you're in. Let's take this or whatever. Nether. As portal. The parent is Nether root, and the item. That's not an item, right? You can't. No. So in very old versions you could get an item form of the Nether portal block, but you can't anymore. So what do we... I mean, we could make this obsidian, because the other obsidian one is on a different page. Portal in Minecraft. Netherrack, but it's supposed to. Well, the first one is Netherrack. So let me show you here. This one is Netherrack, because it's like the opening. But this, oh wow, that was abrupt. This next one is gonna go over here, and it's gonna be how to get into the Nether. So it's like it's gonna be make a portal, make and enter a Nether portal. So that's what we're aiming for. Enter a Nether portal. I mean, we could make a custom icon, but that would require having a resource pack together with the data pack, and I wanted to avoid that as far as possible. This one is going to be tricky. We might have to tick this one. Where are the triggers? Triggers. List of triggers. Location. Ooh. Dang it. Shouldn't you somehow teach how to build another portal? I guess. I mean, that's... yes. Yoink the Nether portal texture. I don't know if licensing would be a problem. No. I don't think so. But... actually... So I don't even need to copy the texture. I just need to make a resource pack that links an item format to the portal texture. But I don't want to do that because it would require having a resource pack, and I want to be able to distribute this as a data pack only. Put it on a server, not force people to download a resource pack. That's kind of the issue. Light fire in an obsidian frame. Ota. It's raiding with a party of 11. Raid Pog. Yes, indeed. Big Pog. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, everybody. to us derping around with a data pack to add new advancements. Currently doing Nether ones. Glad to have you all. Welcome to the channel. We're trying to teach people how to make another portal through an advancement at the moment. So. Well, thank you again. The sound for the raid is the actual raid, pillager raid, the weird thing from Minecraft, actually. To create dimensional rift. Okay, so let me ask you a question while we're dipping around here for a second. What are you most excited about from Minecon? What was the best part? Best reveal? And thank you for the follows, everybody. Now the thing is working. Shari and Control 64 and Lord Jazer and AKA plays MC, and I might have missed something. Blue fires. Use obsidian and a lighter to enter the Nether. I think maybe. Snowier snow? Ah, we'll see about that one. That one did get chosen. Torfy, thank you very much for that follow as well. Piglins, yeah, nether biomes. The nether biomes look lovely. I'm waiting for the data pack things to come. You mean the ones that have already been put into snapshots? Sticky block. Yeah, honey. And fire. They are keys to a dimension of shadow and flame. How about that? It's a little cryptic, but at least kind of gives you a hint to what's involved. Maybe there could be information books spawning in dungeons and be fishable. I don't, kind of don't like that though. Heading out, but want to say hello and follow. Well, thank you. Nice to see you drop by, and I hope to see you again. Enjoy the rest of your evening or day or whatever it is in your time zone. Also, I had speaking hard. I hope you had a good stream, is what I wanted to say. Oh, there are the llamas here. What? Because the dude walked away with this half-invisible leashes. They could say how to create another portal. Well, I mean, yeah. There is actually some hints, like there are paintings in the game that show portal, I think, and stuff. So I think I want the advancement system or the advancement pack of its own to sort of show you these things, and I think this is kind of good enough. Now the problem is we need to detect that you are inside of a portal, and I don't think we can do that. Wah, wah, wah. Impossible. So we're gonna have to do this from the outside. Get rid of conditions. This requires impossible. This needs to be. Okay, so instead of that, we'll go back to our tick function, which is somewhere. Way too many windows open, or files open. Functions, tick, and we'll just detect it here. So, portal. This is going to be, we're going to need a Telraw and an advancement grant. And they're going to have the same selector, so we only need to do one. The advancement is going to be nether/portal equals false, because you haven't been in a portal yet. Or you don't have the advancement yet, I should say. And ooh, We can't do that in a selector alone. Dang. Okay. This is gonna get more tricky. What kind of a data pack? It's a data pack that is kind of my reimagining of advancements. So it's kind of advancements as Lime would have liked to see them in the game. Execute, if I can spell it, as everybody who doesn't have the advancement, if block at s, if block right there, right? Which order is that? Can't remember. Execute if block, yeah, coordinates first. If the block is Minecraft : Nether portal, right? Yeah. Okay. So if you are, ooh. What happens if you touch another portal but you're not exactly in it? It's difficult. You might not get this. I think I'm maybe okay with that though. Okay. So actually we don't need this. We don't need this tile raw because it's just an advancement. It's not a new line, and you've shown that before. So run advancement grant s, don't need all that, only Nether / portal. We don't have to make it more complicated. You can detect dimension -1, can you? Yes, we already do that for this one actually, but I want this to happen as soon as you step. Like, ideally it should happen when you light the portal. The problem with that is you might not light the portal. You might have placed a plank and then have it caught fire. Maybe we can do both. We can used item, right? What? Used ender, I used totem. Why is there no used item? Placed block. Ew. Wait, enter block. There's an enter block. Silly. Yoink! Didn't need that after all. It's not impossible. Enter block. Whoops. Conditions. I would have liked to have it happen when you light the portal too, but ooh. Feed the Beast Continuum flashbacks. Okay, so there's a enter block. We just need a block condition that is Minecraft : Nether portal. I think that should be okay. Like there's enchanted item and there's consume item, which is like eating, I suppose. But there's no like just used item. Like I wanna item durability changed though. We could take that because that probably will trigger. The problem is then we have to again recast up the portal. You could put the tell raw as a function reward of the advancement this is telling you about. That's true. That's true. Maybe we'll do that. It'll just mean a whole bunch of more functions though. Let's try this one out for starters. Let's reload, go back into the game. We need to build ourselves a portal. Yeah, I know. Ice Bucket Challenge, Pyromania. We have this already, so that's fine. Oh, wait. We are supposed to see another one here. What if you use the flint and steel that's enchanted with unbreaking? Yeah, I know. That's the downside, right? This is not going to work right now, though, because the thing should show up already, so something went wrong. I mean, it also doesn't work in creative mode then. Which is sad. Stop pushing me, dude. Okay, so why does this not show up, is the question. I'm gonna have to look at the horribly messy log. Because the log, currently, all of the way we disabled all the Minecraft built-in advancements is causing spam. So it's a little hard to find the ones I actually want. Missing criteria. Oh, it's not conditions, it's criteria. Is it? No. Oh, wait. These conditions. Oh, it's... Oh, I'm being silly. That's the way. There we go. Portland Minecraft. Okay, so let's light the thing. And let's survival mode, because otherwise we're instantly gonna switch. So basically, yeah. That does it. So I kind of want both that and the follow-up. Because I think it's nice. But it would be really nice to be able to detect this. Making the portal. Can I? Is there no way? Ciota. Again, thank you for the raid. Can we... Is there a statistic? There must be a statistic for using... I don't think there's a statistic for making portal, right? But there must be a... Using a flint and steel statistic. Right? Please? Yeah, here we go. Flint and steel. So we can trigger... We can check in a function... Because there's no statistics thing. Recipe unlocked. Player hurt entity, player killed entity, tamed animal, summoned thing, villager trade. Yeah, no. Okay. So we're gonna have to make this function thing. That's okay. And we're gonna have to run it from the tick function. I don't want to write this code in the tick function. But we're gonna have to run it from here. Check for portal creation. Okay. So X. Let's just run. You just do function. Lap colon check for portals. That'll be okay. Check if any player has created a portal. Check for portals.mc function. You should probably just check for a portal block with a tick delay because portals can have all kinds of sizes. We'll get a tick. Since this is driven by a tick, it'll happen at the end of the tick, and so we can't really we can't check in any less. That's what I'm saying. Scoreboard objectives. Add. Did I had a lap thing going on? Did I? Scoreboard objectives list. There's only one in this Y, and we're not using it. Okay, so let's use this as a prefix, just to not spam the sort of names. and not conflict with anything. So lamp underscore flint and steel. Let's call it that. Okay, let's just use lowercase. How do we write this? It's annoying. This syntax. Scoreboard objectives add lap fast. It's Minecraft colon Minecraft dot used colon Minecraft dot flint and steel. Okay, that was easier than I thought. Is the portal block there at the end of the tick though? It's there immediately. It's triggered as a it's an update thing. Like that's why you can update suppress breaking, like creating the thing, right? Because there's normally no tick where the fire actually exists, and the thing, like on the client it might look like it, but in reality it gets immediately removed and replaced with a portal. Anyway, oop. Do this. Okay. So we're gonna add a thing. Flint and steel used. Okay. Let's actually just whoops. Let's /reload, and now I should have that scoreboard. Objectives set display sidebar. I do. And there's nothing in it, but if I do this, I end up in it. Cool. So now, as at A scores lap underscore fast equals 1. Do we do another function? Run function lap colon find portal. So we'll only run this for those players, and then we're gonna do scoreboard players reset at a lap underscore fast. Okay, so now we'll reload that. Oh, I've been showing the wrong thing. Sorry. So whenever I do this, the thing is gonna run, but the score is gonna clear. So it's basically a detection for me using the flint and steel, and we run this find a portal function, which we're gonna write now. Find a portal in the player's aim, basically. Find underscore portal.mc function. Oh god. And I'm gonna do this because otherwise the syntax highlighter messes up. We're also going to need to run this in a like eye space thing, because we need the point of the block we're looking at, so we should figure that one out before we do anything else. And that currently is mirrored by this thing, which is the finding function we use for enchantment tables. So is that the one we're doing? Which one is the first one in that? Item enchanted. This is the one. So we need to do anchored eyes position this and then run the thing in here. So anchored eyes positioned 1 in front relative to eyes, and then instead of find portal, we'll have to anchor it back down to feet and then continue. So find portal. If the block at, okay, again, anchored feet if that block there is Minecraft : Nether portal. In that case, advancement grant add as. Ooh, we should probably only run this thing if you don't have the advancement, to be honest. So advancement equals lap : nether / portal equals false. So we don't like do unnecessary work. Okay, so now we grant you only lap : nether / portal. And we'll copy the entire thing here and execute unless... Ooh, wait. Unless... We need a way to stop this, actually. No, we don't do this. We only continue if the block is air. Then positioned 1 forward. So anchor checks if the player is standing in a portal. Not really. Let me explain that in a second. Run function lap : find _ portal. So when this is essentially raycasting, right? We're checking for a block forward. We're checking the block we're in, and we're currently executing the command in. So what happens when you run commands is they run as an entity. They also run in a certain position and a certain orientation. The problem is, when you're raycasting, you might want to do so from the player's feet. You might also want to do so from the player's eyes. So in the previous function here, check for portals, we ran anchored eyes. That means let's start sending this forward. These relative coordinates, relatively oriented, should be from the point of view, not the feet of the entity in question. Now there's a bug. That means that when you inside of a function, and if you anchor something to eyes, it will offset again. So we have to anchor back down to feet, even though these are virtual feet kind of thing. It doesn't really make sense here. Just to make sure that the ray keeps going straight from my eyes to where I'm looking and not like bend upwards, if that makes sense. So basically what we're doing here is we're taking one step in the direction I'm looking forwards and checking if that's a portal. If it's not, if it's air, then we're taking another step forward and checking and doing the same check again. So basically, we'll keep going until we find something that isn't air or a portal. And if I've done this right, this should mean that we can... Let's see, do I have the advancement? I do. Let's get rid of that. Advancement, revoke me only nether : lap : nether / portal. Okay, now I don't have it. I reloaded. Let's use the flint and steel. That did not do anything. That's good. Let's use the flint and steel to create a portal. That also did nothing. So either I did something wrong, or my assumption about when the portal gets placed is indeed incorrect. So this is definitely going through this block that I'm lighting. So, I don't know. It doesn't only check the block in front of me. It checks the block in front of me. But then if we're in air, it checks the block in front of that and does the same thing. And then the same thing is checking for a portal, and if that's air, then it checks for the block in front of that. So it keeps checking in a line until it hits a block. Let's see what the log says. The log says there's an error. Line 3. Position 61. What have I done? What have I done? Where's 61? It's this nether... we're missing a run. There. Let's reload again. Let's try this thing again. Okay, it's good. Wah, wah, wah. Okay, so now the next question is it just the execute anchored ice? Let me show you this entire thing. Run function, lap, colon, not that one. Find portal is the one. Okay, so it's something wrong with the thing. Let's see. Did I mess it up again on a syntax level? I did not. Okay, so something else is going wrong. I don't quite know why. 'Cause this should be okay. So, I don't have it. Oh, this actually... Okay, so let's light the portal again. Let's run the function again, but... it actually does need to run one forward. It shouldn't matter in this case, but let's do it anyway. And then I got it. Interesting. I don't quite know why. I guess it could be the fact that you're right and it does trigger one tick too late, but I don't think so. All I can remember from looking at the code is the portal gets placed immediately when you use the item. I guess not, though. Which makes this trickier, of course, but not too tricky. So what we can do is this. Okay, so not in here, in the other one, check for portals. Here we're doing this if you have this thing. So execute as at a tag equals check underscore portal run this function. So we're gonna do that. And inside of the find portal function, we're going to do actually, let's do it outside because we repeat that function. So tag remove. Shouldn't it trigger on the next tick though if it's checking the block type? That's pretty much what we're talking about now. I didn't think it should, but I guess we should. The anchored ice only applies if you change the position before then changing the anchor back. Aha. Yeah, okay, so you have to do relative coordinates. Not relative oriented coordinates or whatever we call them. I can't recall. I invented the thing and I can't record what we called it anymore. Dang it. This thing, remove check portal. Local coordinates. Thank you. That is fantastic. And then after this, then we're gonna do tag at a with this whole thing. Oh, we need this thing too. Add check portal, and then this thing needs all of these nice things. Okay, so and then we reset the scoreboard. So when I do, use the flint and steel, the first time I will not have this tag, so I will run. So I will get this check portal tag added to me. Then it will reset my score. The next tick comes around. I do have the tag now. It will run the lap find portal function and then remove the tag. Is there already an advancement for max level enchanting table? That's what we did in the last stream, actually. Implemented that. It was also one of these pretty complex things. It also used ray casting to find. That's why this setup is up here. And I have here. We called it Euro Wizard Steve. And it basically is enchant anything at a max level enchantment table with a level 3 enchant. So you're using 3 levels, 3 lapis, and the table is max level. That's the requirement. Okay. Let's reload. Let's get back into the Minecraft view. Let's get... I don't have the thing. What am I doing wrong? Dang it! Okay. Maybe none of this was actually necessary. What is missing here is at s. That's not what I meant to do. What did I even do? Okay. So that was very silly. Still don't have it. Okay. Now, the problem with that is maybe I didn't need to do any of that. And in that case, I want to remove the delay of 1 tick again. So we can do that quickly by switching places with these, because then they're going to run in the same tick. And if this works, then I want to remove that completely again and go back to what I had. Okay, I was right from the beginning. Dang it! Okay, so we're just going to put it back where it was and just add at s instead. At s. So this at s, which was all that we required. This needs to go after here, and this needs to get removed. God dang it. Okay. Okay. Slash reload. Get rid of the advancement. Get rid of that. What? Did it not? What? Did I not reload it? I might not have. What? Good evening, I'm very close to diamond spelling. I don't get it. What did I do wrong? So it worked when we had it this way. So for all of these we had check portal. Then we, for all of them, check portal players. Or did I not reload in between here? That's also a possibility. Which would mean this should now also not work. But it does work. What? I'm being extremely stupid, or something is really weird. Because this really should make no difference. Okay. Execute as that. That is, for all intents and purposes, exactly the same selector. I don't get it. Okay, now it does work. I just must have typed something wrong. Cool. Okay. Did you ever make kind of like collector advancements? Maybe like grab enough of the items to get a collection of no, I haven't, but I have a... Let's take a look at my document, because a bunch of you have joined since I showed that last. So there's a to-do document. I started writing down what I wanted to do, but instead of calling it to-do, I called it Toto. So here's my Toto document. And thank you, Randomness, for the follow. So here's a bunch of things. We have all of these selections that we want to do. Another one is actually the one we're working on, but I do have collector ones. Especially there's this one. All the lime things in the game. Sliced limes. So that's one, and then a bunch of these are like challenges and stuff. So I do want those. Probably might do this actually. Collector. Emerald thing from Bedrock. So there's a trade for 1,000 emeralds. Oh, I'm being very stupid. I'm sorry. Thank you for noticing that. Here it is. So the sections. We want an ocean one, a food one, a gold one, fighting or adventure maybe. Villagers one, redstone one, an end one, and then challenges and collector. And then we have a bunch of the nether ones. These are all the default ones that we need to implement. We have the challenges, which is like a wither one, and the beacon ones. The crazy effects ones, and yeah, these are basically some challenges that are harder. I believe I can fly. It's gonna be like fly very far with Elytra. This is going to be trade with all of the maxed out villagers. A bunch of ocean ones and adventure ones and stuff. So for collectors, I do want one because sliced lime. I do want to like get all of the lime things in the game. But then the other thing was get all the dice. Was it more? Oh yeah, gotta catch them all, which is tropical fish, and somehow maybe we just make different types of tropical fish in the same amount that there are Pokemons. Is one idea. Rock out is all the stones. We should have that on the collectors too. I think those are the collector ones. Yeah. But like, if you have ideas, throw them out there. I'll happily add them to this, because there are a bunch of good ideas that come from people here. So it's checking if you're using flint and steel by using a custom scoreboard, then running the check portal command, which looks for another portal through air blocks and grants you the advancement in the find portal function. Yeah, pretty much. Whenever I use a flint and steel, the scoreboard gets updated because it's a statistic. Then we check for that every tick in the function, and check all of the blocks forward until we hit something that is not air, and if that's a portal, then we give you the advancement. Is the music loud, or is it just me? I think it... This is really hard to tell. It might just be on my end. Alright, but anyway, that does end up here, and then the next thing that we want is the default Minecraft we need to go deeper thing. And that comes from the actual default thing. So I'm going to grab that out of the vanilla dataset. This particular track is a bit light. Yeah, it was louder than the others, right? Turn that down a bit if I can. Like that, maybe? Let's see. So advancements, Nether... Is that the route, normally? So here's the... It's a normal one. Nether, yeah, this is the one. Okay, so we're gonna resave that as our own thing. Actually, I might just copy-paste this instead, because otherwise it's gonna be hard to just find the right place. these are all the functions here. So, save this as, I guess we call it in nether.json. So a bunch of these we don't need. Red nether bricks. Red nether bricks. Okay, I guess. We keep the titles and stuff. White? Yeah, we do want to... No, this can't be... I guess it must be this one. Change dimension to the nether, yeah. Why is that not shown as a toast? Weird. How does my Notepad++ look like that? It's a custom, like, part of it is a custom display thing. It's also just zoomed in and larger text and stuff. I wish it would... Is there no JSON? That is the JSON. I don't know why it doesn't highlight it properly. It would be great with some more syntax highlighting on this. We don't need the background because that is only used when you have a new tab. But yeah, the functions have a custom syntax highlighter. Let me reload that. And that means we should now see it, but we don't because it's... Oops, it doesn't have its parent set. So let's this is the portal one. Let's grab the parent. That goes in here. Went to Nether portal. Reload the thing. Still doesn't work. Need to find it in the spammy log. Oh wait, I might just have been too quick. I was. God dang it, that bug is so annoying. Okay, so now... Wait, what's we need to go deeper? Does that no longer exist? No, it's under... It's in a different... Oh, I see what's going on. I know you sent it to me. I lost it though, no answer. It's under the Minecraft field. So it's a different... And that's why this one is not shown. It's because you get it at the same time as you get the other one. And that's why. So there are two advancements in vanilla that both need to... that both are exactly the same criteria. Enter the Nether. Look at this. Here's the one. So after form obsidian... actually, let me switch you so you see it. The icon is flint and steel. It's just these titles. So we're going to steal these titles instead and reuse those. Hopefully. I don't remember the description, but it's... Reload that. We need to go deeper. Build, light, and enter another portal. Well, I mean, you have the build and light parts in here now. So we're gonna change the description of this. To be enter the Nether. The Nethern. The Netherlands. Oh, I kinda wanna rename this to the Netherlands now. Oh no. No. Must resist the pun. Hello, girl. Hello. Do you wanna be on stream? Her voice certainly does. What's the matter, girl? Hey. Lots of meows. Alright. What do I rename? We need to go deeper, such a classic thing. If I rename this, it will rename the entire shortest song ever. If I rename this, it will rename the entire tab, which that's a bit too much. Maybe we don't. Or maybe we just change this description. But the puns are supposed to be whatever. We'll leave it. We'll leave it. Reload that. Oh, shut up, you. Let's see. We need to go deeper. Okay, cool. Alright, so that's done. That's cool. Now we need let's see. Oh my lord. So the problem is if I control tab to switch like files, the list is so long it disappears off the top of my screen, so I can't see what I'm selecting. Unrelated question, is the Nether portal warp screen effect something changeable with resource packs Optifine? What do you mean? Warp screen effect? Is it the one when you're standing in like game mode survival like this? This wobbly thing, or what are you talking about? The loading screen in between. Alright, I need to find my to-do thing. My Toto document. I need to not have this up. Yes, that. Which one of them? Because I have stream delay, so I can't tell which one. The wobbly screen. I don't know. I don't think you can change. That's like a post-process thing. I don't think you can change that. Okay, so Nether is we've done the we need to go deeper thing. Subspace bubble, return to sender. God dang llamas. The noise. Alright, let's go back into the Nether section of the default thing. Ooh, an unrelated question. Is there a possibility to get the void color below y equals 63? I don't know. I think that may be hard-coded. At the moment, we want to get as much of that stuff configurable as possible, and that's going to be a part of like long-term changes. That's part of the whole Blaze 3D thing. Okay, so let's start with the fortress one, I guess. I'm just going to copy paste this entire thing, or try to. This is now parented under nether / in underscore nether. I'm recalling it fortress.json, I think. It's called Find the Fortress in the vanilla pack, but it's not really. Nether bricks is fine. This is all fine. That's fine. Let's destroy the portal by random. Karma, you get in, fall to love of a diamond tool. So that's another example of a thing I don't like. I don't like having advancements that... What a trolley portal! I don't like having advancements that promote doing things that are not good, in essence. I think advancements and achievements of all kind, I've had this discussion many times in actual games development studios, right? With actual people who wanted those kind of things. And this one, I think, is an example of it. It's a less clear-cut case, but I think it's one. Is the advancements or achievements rewarding you for doing things that are essentially bad in the game. In this case, it's dying, right? And in your example, it was also dying. Like, you should not be rewarded for dying. You should be able to complete all of the advancements or achievements without doing something that is essentially bad on a large scale. Alright, let's go find the fortress, I suppose. There's one. Actually, let's check first. Ooh, this is not... These icons aren't great. Are they? This is boring blocks, but okay, whatever. Why am I not getting it? Ooh, whoops. I also got the vanilla one, but I need to check whatever the thing that Noinancer sent me is. I've lost it though. I don't know where it is. I don't know where you sent it to me. So yeah. So now we have duplicate nether sections, and it's yeah, whatever. Needs to disable that, but whatever. Let's maybe just do that right now, just to be quick. Nether brick fence for the fortress. That could be a thing. So on Discord in private chat. Cool. Is it an easily implemented thing? Over here. Thank you. Empty advancements. Oh, but that's essentially the same thing, right? It's just a pack that disables all of them. Anyway, let's just do that manually for the ones that we needed to. Nether. Find fortress. No? What? Directly disables all available advancements. What? I'm not seeing how that's different. Let me open that thing. Give me a second. It's a little bit slow. Let's open. Still. Let's see if we can open that. What? What are you complaining about? Alright, let's do this then. What? Yeah? Oh god, come on, stop. So it is essentially just replacing it with... It overwrites all the advancements by creating spam, not just... yes! Yes, I know. And that's what I'm saying. It's changing all of the criteria for all of the advancements to impossible. That's all it's doing. So that's what we're going to do too. I don't want to just pull in a big thing. Maybe I can do that though. I guess I can. Where did that go? Okay, hold on. This computer, I really need to replace it. What was the thing called? Empty advancements. Extract all of the things. You don't have to do it yourself. Yeah, but at the cost of like losing a little bit of track of what's going on. Alright, I'm just gonna copy paste the entire thing then. Just need to find the place to do it. Lime's advancement pack thing, data packs, my pack, data, Minecraft advancements. Here we go. Paste the thing in. How about harder ice bucket challenge? Create and mine obsidian in the Nether. I don't really think we can detect that. You could just as easily throw out an obsidian block and pick it back up in the Nether, and like that's all we can detect. Okay, so reload now. Revoke from Minecraft : Nether / root. What? Okay. Well, I was just... What if there was a special property for normal obsidian and formed obsidian? Well, what is normal and formed in this case? How do you create obsidian in the Nether apart from portal generation? I mean, yes, that's in, like, I guess the question. You could just take down your portal. So it's not terribly hard, assuming that you have a diamond pickaxe. Alright, but anyway, this has now been reduced to only the things that we are doing. So, yes, it's going to update all the files now. Okay, so what was the description of this again? Terrible fortress, break your way into another fortress. Fine, that works. So after that, in our Toto file, into fire and spooky scary skeletons. Skeleton. Need to go and find those now. And not there. This involves digging out the files out of the actual release. Just so you know, like, that's why it's taking a while. So I'm just going in and finding the actual file. So, obtain blaze rod is one of them. That looks like this. I'm just gonna steal that. And this is gonna be parented, whoops. Parented under lap nether fortress. Obtain blaze rod. Why is this called obtain blaze rod? Like, instead of into fire, this mob is on fire. What about an unworthy sacrifice? Lose a diamond in the lava to a lava lake. Well, partly that would be kind of difficult to detect actually, and partly it's the same thing as before. I don't want to have things that are bad things to do in the game be a thing that you do for an advancement. Like, part of the ideas of achievements and advancements is it guides you through the game, and I don't like the way that would do it. Or not do it. Alright, so into fire, relieve a blaze of its rod. So instead of into fire, this mob is on fire. That's a nicer one. But relieve a blaze of its rod is a fine description. You're not advancing in the game by wasting diamonds. Yeah, and it's also not challenging, right? Some of the challenges, like eat everything in the game even if it's not good for you. So it includes eating rotten flesh, for instance. But that's a challenge, right? It's a challenge to do things that are difficult. Whereas throwing a diamond into a lake is not difficult. Whereas dying, but holding a totem of undying is not difficult. It's getting the totem of undying that's potentially difficult. So that's my stance on it. I want to change this icon. I want to change this icon because these blocks are... So we need to find another item that would be a nicer thing for the Nether. Why gas cry instead of return to sender? I kind of like return to sender though. As a name. What's a good thing for the Nether? Lava? Lava bucket could be a thing, I guess. We can't do lava as an item. Because it's not an item. It doesn't exist anymore as an item. Glowstone could be a thing. It would look a bit different at least. Or magma. Why gas cry for obtaining a gas tier? That could be a thing. Sure, that could be a thing. I think magma, or we don't have anything else for magma, I don't think. So I think we'll change that. So that's here in the Nether, and that's going to be magma. Is it magma or magma block? Magma block. I was told that wither skeletons drop coal. Right, that's correct. Okay, that looks a lot better, I think. Okay, so the next thing we need is the... What's that called? Whoever named these advancements, man. So the other one was called Obtain Blaze Rod, right? This one was called Get Wither Skull. At least be consistent. We're gonna call it Wither Skull. And it's now under Lap Nether Fortress. And those titles and things I think are kind of okay. So that's like this. Spooky, scary skeleton. Obtain a wither skeleton's skull. That's fine. I think. Yeah, that's pretty okay. So those kind of lead nowhere at the moment. We need another one here. Okay. So, well, actually... Why gas cry for obtaining a gas tier is tricky, because you would like to have why gas cry lead into return to sender, right? Because one is clearly easier for a new player. One is clearly easier than the other. But if you have it for picking up the gas tier, you definitely, if you kill a ghast with a returned fireball, you get the other one first, which is weird. Another brick wall would also be possible for the fortress advancement. That's an interesting one. Let's try that. Called brick. Another brick wall. Yeah. So that's the fortress one. Another brick underscore wall. Just gonna try that real quick. So we're not gonna reload. We're not gonna switch out. We're just gonna see how it looks. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. So I mean, the weird thing is that there are no other brick walls in the fortress, right? It's kind of cool looking anyway. I think it's okay. So in the vanilla pack, it's very clear, right? You have the return to sender leading into the other Uneasy Alliance thing, and they're not related like that. You don't have to do one before doing the other, but I'm kind of okay with them being like that because of the difficulty between them. I think maybe we can do the same here. We'll have the gas cry thing first, then return to sender, even though you might not get them in that order. I think that's an okay thing. Alright, so we're gonna take... I guess we'll just take the one that is in vanilla. So that is... Well, no, actually, because we need a new one in between. So we'll take this Blaze Rod one, we'll just resave it as gas tier. That's going to be after, not the fortress one, but the in Nether one. I need to switch you over to the other view. Here we go. So this is going to be a gas tier. So here's going to be a problem, actually. It's going to be a problem just finding enough icons for this. We can figure it out. Why gas cry? Pick up a fallen ghast tier. And this can be ghast tier. Now we're just gonna replace some names just for the sake of it. Okay. Fire charge kind of looks like a fireball shot from a ghast. That could work for return to sender. That is exactly what the return to sender default one is. However, the Uneasy Alliance thing uses the ghast tier. So if we look at the return to sender one, here's the default return to sender one. It has a fire charge. So it actually already is that. So for our return to sender one, I want to keep that name. So basically this is going to be under Nether ghast tier. And I think we'll just keep everything else as it is. It's a challenge one. It's actually it's actually pretty easy once you've learned how, but okay. Minecart for Uneasy Alliance? But no, that doesn't make sense, does it? Right, there goes spectator mode. We need to pick up a ghast here, I suppose. Yeah, then we get why ghasts cry. And that didn't work. Oh, I know why. There we go. Turn to sender. And then Uneasy Alliance looks like this. It's a really weird one, actually. It seems so kind of pointless. So we're just reparenting this under lap Uneasy Alliance.json. Blubjub, thank you very much for the follow. And thanks for all the comments in this stream. It's been awesome. So I don't know about this. Like, what did we put in here? Can you please tell me why ghast cry is supposed to be communicating? It's communicating that I'm tired, I think. Because it's a ghast tier. I mean, the thing is, Uneasy Alliance is such a... It's such a far-out concept that it could be basically anything as long as it looks reasonable, right? It could be like it could even be just be a diamond sword or something. Like it doesn't necessarily need to be. I don't know. I really don't know. It's a difficult one. Maybe we just leave it as it is. Maybe it is just a ghast tier. But now it's in a challenge frame. Ghast egg? Yeah, I was thinking about that. I don't, like... If you're in survival, though... Like, does an egg with the white and grey things say much? It's not really representative. Lava bucket... I don't know. I think for now at least we'll leave it. This is okay. Because of the different frames, it's kind of okay. Somebody said before that Spooky Scary Skeleton should lead into summoning the Wither. And while I agree, the Wither has absolutely... Are player heads allowed to be advancement icons? I do not see why not, because the advancement icon is just an item. So I suppose let's try suppose. Oh, that's too long. What about just a tier? What do we need here? What did I just... Oh. Okay. Oh yeah, we could just do that, I suppose. That's a ghast head. But it's not a... Oh yeah. Is it sufficient to do that? Is it... The skull owner, right? You still have to do that. And then it... Then it's what? I need to look this up. Mob head. Data. Oh yeah, can you just use a... Just use a string. That's really freaked out. Okay, so let's try that. And that would be the Uneasy Alliance one. And that's then going to be a player underscore head with, I think you can do... Can you do NBT like this? I cannot remember. I need to find all of this stuff. Icon, yeah, NBT data. Okay. Skull owner, that. Does this work? Let us find out. The answer to that is no, it disappeared, so I'm assuming it didn't parse properly. Let us find that thing. Line 7, column 4. Oh, it needs to be fully qualified now. NBT is just a string and he doesn't... Really? That's very annoying. That means we're gonna have to escape this. Well... does it contain these? We're gonna have to escape it anyway, I guess. Whoa. Will this pack be available for all variants of Minecraft? Well, it won't work in all versions. Can you do that? At least this part would need to be a string. I'm not in the right view. Oops. Need to escape at least these, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, that should work. It did work. Look at that! There's so many strange things in MBT parsing and all that. Cool! Thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. That's much nicer. But whatever. Java exclusive. Well, yeah. I mean, there until advancements exist in Bedrock, it's kind of hard to talk about this pack being available in Bedrock, right? Lime's head would be an appropriate icon for the Lime item collection advancement. That could be a thing. Okay, so I think... Let me find that Toto document again. So that's basically all we had for that. No, Subspace Bubble is one too. Okay, what is that? Oh, it's called fast travel in the file, because of course. Alright, sure. That's gonna be under the root, so I guess in Nether in our case. It's a map, I guess. I don't think the Bedrock crew have enough time to implement that. I mean, yeah, that's silly. The Bedrock team is many, many, many times larger than the Java team. Many times. Reload a thing. Seven kilometers is also such a weird thing. I kind of want to change this. I'm going to change this actually. We're going to change it to 8 kilometers. We're actually going to change the title to Fast Travel because it actually teaches you something. And we're going to change the description to travel 1,000 blocks in the Nether to travel 8,000 blocks the overworld. Yes, we should capitalize overworld too then. I think the Bedrock team likes to do their own things with behavior packs and scripting. Well, there is a desire to have like a common thing, common format. Especially lately, but let's see. Fast travel, travel 1,000 blocks in another to travel 8,000 blocks in the overworld. Okay. Scripting is coming, so is ray tracing on Windows 10. We'll see when they get released though. But I mean, this has, well, I guess it's related to scripting in a way, but it has really, like, it's a display system for achievements, right? It's not... The problem is there are already achievements in Xbox, and because of the way those are tied to the game title, you can't really replace them. Anyway, I need to find that Toto file again. Actually, we should test these, I suppose. Let's just grab a bow and arrows. Where's that ghast? It's out there. Okay. Let me switch back. Whoop! Survival mode. Shoot me, bro. Thanks. Now don't dodge. You dodged. I told you not to dodge. What? Come on, dude. That's not cool. I want to try an advancement. Stop messing around. Come on. Fight me. Fight me. Shoot me. Come on. Dude, are you blind? Dude. I'm right here. Come on. There we go. Nice. Okay. Return to sender still works. I see Sykes close. Yeah, apparently. Okay. I think at this point it might well be faster to create Java to C++ transpiler than getting the works version parity by hand. I mean, that's kind of how it started, right? Very direct. But, you know, there are different requirements for different systems. So it's just a slow grind through all of the things. What data pack am I making? I'm making a pack that replaces the advancements in the game with my own advancements the way I think they should be done. I have no idea how far I've traveled. We're at 500 now. Let's just go to 1,500 or something, I guess, then. But yeah, the advancements, as I see it, have some problems and they're underused. There's way more fun advancement you can have in the game. But currently, there's the tutorial system that's the beginning, and then there's the advancement thing that is kind of, it's not as fun as it could be. Alright, let's make a portal and exit here, and it should give us the other one. I'm guessing it kind of didn't need to test these because they're the same advancement files as the built-in ones, but I still want to see. Wow, the lag just flew here and like all of the lava is falling now and stuff. But now I should get that subspace bubble one when it finishes generating. Please. Okay, we got fast travel. Cool. Loud noises. Okay, cool. And then there's the uneasy alliance one, which basically means I need to kill a ghast in the overworld. So let's just do that, I suppose. Cool. Da, da. I actually like the name Subspace Bubble. I kind of like the name. I don't mind the name, but the problem is there's nothing in the game that tells you this thing that you travel 8 times as long in the Nether, right? This now teaches you this fact. Alright, let's... Whoa. Let's go back. Didn't I have a teleport here somewhere? That's far away, I guess. Wow. Many commands later. Rip. Okay. Now we're back. Ooh, ow. The lag. The lag is real. You can change the description without changing the title. Yes, but the title actually now states in a very clear manner what it is about. Right? Actually, we can test these without even being in the Nether. We just grab a blaze rod. Hey, this mob is on fire. And we grab... No? Spooky scary skeleton. Death warp abuse. Yeah, in this advancement pack making speedrun, we're doing a death warp abuse. Okay, now we need to go back to that file. So here's the, again, the to-do file. We've done these now, so I'm out of things for the Nether. A creepy collection, all the music. It's not that creepy. I was thinking about calling it something like disco or dance party or Dance Revolution. But it's already in here. It's somewhere. I've talked about it last, but I apparently never wrote it down, so let's write it down. Oh, you get them from creepers? Oh, not necessarily. Most people probably get them from chests and stuff. Advancement for getting nether warts after entering a fortress. Yeah. Disco. Yeah, that is actually a better spelling word. I'm gonna write that down. Disco. Is it possible to make one for making parrots dance? I suppose we could have like a dance party one that's... Oh, okay, I see. If we have like you using a jukebox when there's a parrot nearby, that should mean... Can you see in the NBT of a parrot if it's dancing? I don't think so. It's just a behaviorite. Anyway, we should definitely make the... we should make here another word one. Which we can easily do. We'll just take... Like, we can take the Wither Skull one and resave this as... Wort. It's gonna be after the fortress. It's gonna be another wart. This needs a title. And it needs a description. And the thing is gonna be another wart. It's, yeah, it's like an AI goal. What do we call this? So again, one of the things, like getting nether wart and getting blaze rod should probably open up a brewing thing somewhere. Maybe that's his own task tab, or maybe it's some other thing. This only special MBT apart has his variant. Yeah, I figured. Wart remover. Remove warts from another fortress. Ray trace to the jukebox, then check for parrots in a certain radius. Sounds like a lot of effort for something so silly. Yeah, but not terribly difficult, to be honest. And the point of this is making a lot of fun challenges and stuff. Like, I don't mind. I think that's pretty cool. Wart remover. And really, you don't. All it says is get a wart. I think that's cool. And then we can use that and this blaze rod. Get another wart from a fortress. Yeah, I mean it should actually be get, because it's not just about removing them. It's about actually picking it up too, which is a distinction, but Okay. So... is there any other one that we should have for the Nether section? Because I'm kind of feeling like this is approaching done. And then we have these two that lead into another one that's brewing, but that should not be Nether. Like, brewing is not a thing you necessarily do in the Nether. And this leads into the Wither one, but that should be under challenges, I think. So the question is, where does brewing go? So I look at these, like, quartz could be glowstone and quartz. Yes, maybe. I don't know. They're so simple things. But I guess, so the benefit out of doing glowstone would be you can then lead out from that into things. Like, you would use it to open up a line in the redstone thing that is for a lamp, and the quartz could be for like for other things that are for redstone, but I don't know. I think for now we'll leave it, because they are like, just go mine a block is not a terribly interesting thing. If it doesn't teach you anything valuable, and until we have some follow-up, it really doesn't. Like the glowstone, I guess, could teach you about the glowstone block, but not too interesting. I mean, currently, what else is there in the Nether? Not much. So, I mean, that's why the Nether update, right? Glowstone can also teach you about improving potions. Yes, but maybe that's the thing we have under the brewing tab. Maybe we put maybe that's the thing. Maybe brewing is its own tab, and it's a parallel quest line that you open up by getting the brewing stand, and then we add quests to it to get ingredients for all of the different things. Because brewing is pretty dang big. And I think that might be a cool thing. It would be enormous. It would branch out like crazy, but it's still pretty cool. Alright, I think that we are done with another one for now. And we came up with a new one, so we're equally far from done. But still pretty good. And we have been late for about 3 hours, so I think we're gonna call it here. This very somber music. But it's great. Thank you very much for everybody's suggestions and all the stuff. It's been cool. I'm gonna look for somebody to raid. Let me, while I'm looking through here, just quickly ask you: Minecraft Earth or Minecraft Dungeons? Which one are you most excited about from seeing all the things from Minecon and stuff? Oh, is this right? This right? Well, Joel Duggan is live. Let's go raid him. Dungeons. Seems Dungeons. Dungeons is really not my kind of game, but neither is Earth. I think I'm more likely to play Dungeons more, I think. The board game is nice. Looking forward to showing more of that, or when more of that is revealed. Because right now all that's been revealed, I believe, is basically the fact that it kind of exists and the box art thing. I have no mobile device, so Minecraft Dungeons seems like the one that would affect me most of the two. Really? That's interesting. yeah, so if you don't know who Joel Duggan is, it's one of the two people who run a podcast called The Spawn Chunks, which is a worthwhile listen if you have some time over and you're interested in things happening in the Minecraft world. Alright, so I'm going to toss over to an outro screen. We'll do a raid. Say hi from me. Thank you very much. And I'll see you next time.